Hello moviegoers! Welcome. Today I'm going to be reviewing Iron Man 3. Iron Man 3 came out on DVD the 24th of September. If you don't know who Iron Man is, I must bid you welcome to Earth. We're glad you joined us. Iron Man is a superhero from the Marvel Universe, and he's this billionaire named Tony Stark that created a suit and flies around and saves people with it. Iron Man 3, of course, picks up after Iron Man 1 and 2. I know, crazy. But honestly, I'm going to say that it is more important that you see the Avengers than it is to see Iron Man 1 and 2. Iron Man 1 and 2 pretty much just cover Iron Man, who he is, and how he gets the girl. That's it. The Avengers is where Iron Man 3 picks up after. So, Avengers first. So we're going to cover our three areas, starting with plot. The basic plot picks up right after the Avengers. Tony is having some major issues dealing with the fact that there are now supernatural beings and gods and things in his world of science. He's coping with this problem by staying in his basement and building and working on different kinds of Iron Man suits. All the while, there's this terrorist called the Mandarin, and he is blowing up stuff and causing all kinds of mayhem, and Iron Man is chilling in his basement. After a while, one of Iron Man's friends gets hurt in an explosion by the Mandarin, so now Tony has the brilliant idea to go and, what do you think? Beat the bad guy? No! Threaten this terrorist. And the terrorist responds very politically by sending helicopters and blowing up his house. His very nice house. That was the saddest part for me. But after that, he goes through this Phoenix story, coming from the ashes, proving that he's more than just the suit. Overall, the plot was really good. Normally, Marvel movies, the plot is, lacking. It's never like, oh wow, that really blew me away. Normally like, man, that was so freaking cool. This one was actually a really good plot, and what really stuck out with me is that it made sense. And don't be those people that are like, oh, come on, it's sci-fi, it can't make sense. It did make sense. If you think about, this scientist ends up experiencing all kinds of junk with these mythical creatures, and he has been grounded in science his whole life. It's logical that he would end up having some issues. So that's what I liked about it. It was a good way to pick up. It made it emotional. It wasn't just, I'm a superhero, I have some deep issue, a new bad guy shows up, I gotta beat that bad guy, and all the while learn what my problem is and grow from the experience. No, it was like way more than that. He was completely stripped of everything and had to completely rebuild himself. It was good. Loved the plot. So I would probably give the plot a 9 out of 10. Now, I'm going to say this, I am a Marvel movie fan, but that does not change my opinion. Even for non-superhero movie lovers, this plot is so good. It doesn't take away from the experience like most superheroes movies do. It doesn't have cheesy moments. Plot, 9 out of 10. Acting. The acting was another really good thing about this movie. I'm going to cover the four big actors. First, Guy Pearce. Kind of the unknown. I've never seen him or watched anything with him, TV show or movie wise, so I have nothing to really compare his work to, but he did good. He did good being a douche. He was a good, rich, snobby douche. Seems kind of harsh. That's the only way I could say that he did good, because I didn't like him, but I wasn't supposed to, and so he did a good job of making me not like him. Second, Gwyneth Paltrow. Pepper Potts Iron Man's girlfriend. She had a bigger role in this one than she did in the others. She did good. I don't want to say she did great. And the reason I say that is because there were some parts that I was with. There were almost cheesy parts with her. You'll have to watch and see what I'm talking about. Third, Ben Kingsley. Y'all might remember him as this guy. He did a fantastic job. He plays the Mandarin in the movie. He does so good. Loved him. I was really surprised. And the way that they set his character up was perfect. You might hear people give crap to the Mandarin in this movie. It would probably be comic book fans. Those of you who aren't comic book fans, I'll explain it to you real quick. The Mandarin in the movie is not like the Mandarin in the comic books. The Mandarin in the comic books is this wizard that has 10 magic rings and goes around blowing crap up with his wizard powers. So yeah, he wasn't like that in the movie. Marvel has a much larger fan base to please than comic book people. So yeah, you might hear that he did bad or that his character wasn't good. It was great. He did great. Awesome. Fourth, Robert Downey Jr. Before I start on Robert Downey Jr., I must say, I'm a huge Robert Downey Jr. fan. I want to be him. He's hilarious. Alright, putting that out there, I need to make sure y'all know that I may have some bias towards Robert Downey Jr., but I'm still going to be fair. He did fantastic. He did so good. He had a good script to work with. He had a good story to work with. You see him having these mental battles with himself. He just does such a good job making you feel everything that he's feeling, but at the same time, keeping his Tony Stark kind of snarky attitude. So he did such a good job. I'm just going to gush for a minute. I love Tony. I love Robert Downey Jr. If anybody else had played him, these movies would not be the same. But acting. I would give acting an 8 out of 10. I would have said 9, except Guy Pearce and Gwyneth Paltrow. Just because, yes, they did good, but there were moments with their characters that I was kind of like, But overall, as a group, they worked well, so 8. Random points. I think I have 2 random points that I'm going to cover. 1. This movie was hilarious. Even if you don't like superhero movies, go to see this movie just to laugh. They figured out Tony's type of humor and worked it out perfectly into the script. There are some parts that I was laughing really hard. It was a constant thing. It wasn't just here and there. But second random point, the plot twist. Now, I'm not going to tell you what the plot twist is, but I can tell you that it was really good. What they did really impressed me, and it made the movie better. When a plot twist makes a movie better, it's worth noting. Random points I would probably give a 9 out of 10. The comedy plus the plot twist was awesome. The only reason I don't give it a 10 out of 10 is because I know that there are people that do not have the same kind of sense of humor that I do. So I'm going to cater to those people that have different kinds of sense of humor and say 9 out of 10. So overall, we got a 9, we got an 8, and we got a 9. So obviously the overall score is going to be an 8.5. But I'm going to bump it up. I'm going to give it a 9. And I say this because it's a great movie. A must go. Highly recommend. Robert Downey Jr. alone is enough reason to go see this movie, but I'm definitely going to bump that 8.5 up to a 9. Go see this movie. Watch the Avengers first, but go see this movie. Check back later for more videos. Hopefully I'll have another movie up quicker next time, but I will see you later.